The Dads That Game radio podcast is brought to you by Video Games Monthly. Video Games Monthly is a monthly subscription service that delivers retro video games to gamers who own classic gaming systems from the 1980s through 2000s. And the best part is, you keep the games. Check us out at videogamesmonthly.com.
Live from his wife's basement, still gaming into their elder years. This is the Dads That Game radio podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Michael Wolf and William Small.
Welcome to the Dads That Game radio podcast. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
I have been to hell and back, also known as Mexico. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it this week, but Microsoft was down in Mexico City this week. We have a lot to talk about. This is how I can tell you right now. This is how I know that it's the end of the year and there's really not a lot to talk about. When the main discussion is, this is what Microsoft has done.
Right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I apologize right now. I promise we're going to bring you an entertaining show. It's not that we're not.
No.
It's just that the majority of the show will be devoted to our favorite whipping boy, Microsoft. And the reason that they're our favorite whipping boy is because, well, maybe we'll bring you the show and you'll understand. So it just, it's very interesting, and it kind of still irks me a little bit.
Yep. Yeah. I agree.
Did you watch it?
I watched highlights from it,
Yeah.
but it just there was for anybody that did watch it. I'm sorry that you lost that time for yourself when
Definitely.
you could have done other things.
That was me. Horrible. Just
Yeah.
I was expecting maybe new system talk, maybe some new video games.
I feel like it was their answer to the PlayStation experience, but but worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Like it was like a B version of the of the PlayStation experience. Yeah.
Exactly.
We're going to talk about that today. Talk about some funny news with Diablo today. Talk about Battlefield 5. Apparently, don't ever judge a beta by its cover. We'll talk about that today, too. Some news from Sunset Overdrive and Hyperlink as well. That'll all be in the news as well. But let's start off with this just sucks, and I hate that we lost him. But as of yesterday, I'm sure you've heard by now, but rest in peace, Stanley. And I know we're a video game podcast, but even as a video game podcast, I mean, Stanley has had such a huge influence on pop culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just, I mean, if you even take the new Spider-Man game, and I mean,
Yeah.
anything out there, X-Men, Black Panther.
He was in the Spider-Man game too.
Yeah, that was the best part too.
And the cool thing is they did say that he did record his spot for the Avengers next movie next summer.
Avenger 4. Yeah.
Yeah, his part was already in it, so at least you're gonna get one more thing from him.
I'm gonna cry.
Well,
when you see him. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, he was 95.
I know, but
we don't live forever.
I get it, but it just
he had a very long, hopefully fulfilling life.
Oh, he did. I mean, none of what you've said is incorrect. It's just that when you
it's still terrible.
Yeah, when you admire somebody that much, you just kind of wish they'd stay around forever. And unfortunately, it's just it's the truth about life. It's we don't last forever, and we need to make live every moment as its last, which he did.
Yep.
He lived, and that was amazing.
He did.
So, but I mean, obviously, nothing but good vibes out to his family, and obviously, I'm sure he's rocking it up there. So wherever he may be, I don't know. I don't know what happens after you die. I have some speculations, but I can't tell you exactly.
Maybe he's a superhero now.
Maybe, you don't know. Yeah. Maybe the multiverse is a true thing, and when you die, you go to another universe. Huh? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see. But God rest your soul. I mean, I just say it was a huge hit. When I found out Monday, I was kind of crushed. I was like, I felt the same way like when Carrie Fisher died. Just a huge hit to the I mean, he was so awesome. So, and everybody that if you ever talk to anybody that ever got a chance to meet him or anything like that, like nothing but high regards for him. Like he was like super genuine and just a super nice guy. And just, I know he was 95. Obviously, it was his time to go, but it's still sad. So
yeah.
But let's start off the show like we normally do. Let's introduce ourselves. I'm Michael Wolf. With me, as always, is William Small there. You can find us at www.noobsandpros.com. That is NOOBS, the word and pros, PROS.com. So go check our website out. You can just click on the link that says Dad's the Game. Find all the links that lead you everywhere. Twitch and Twitter and everything else that we've put our name on. We have a lot of stuff with our name on it. Even T-shirts and stickers. It's ridiculous. So support us. Buy a T-shirt. We'd love to. We'd love you to. But also, you can find us Thursday nights on the Podcast Radio Network. Thank you for sticking around Thursday nights. Please support the Podcast Radio Network. You can find the network on the Crikey app on your smartphones. Actually, if you go online, you can just type in Podcast Radio Network if you want to listen online. But if you have a smartphone and you're on the go, you can type Podcast Radio Network on the TuneIn app. Just search for the Podcast Radio Network. Also on the Crikey app, KRYKEY. Tune into 102.6. You'll be able to find us there as well. Also, thank you to Player One Coffee. Go to www.playeronecoffee.com, and at checkout, if you are a first-time user of theirs, just type in Dad's That Game. You'll get yourself 5% off. So thank you for them. But back into what I was talking about earlier, I told you, what was it, a couple weeks ago? I played the Battlefield 5 beta, and I hated it.
Yep.
But because I'm on this EA Premier, where basically it's $100. Well, it's $100 a year, so it's $10 a month. Well, actually, cheaper than $10 a month. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's 12 months, so yeah, it's cheaper. It'd be $120 if it was a. I'm right in my math. But it's $100 a year, so equivalent to almost $10 a month. Close enough. But the main reason I bought it was because I was excited for Battlefield 5. I was excited for the new Madden game. I was excited for Anthem. Everything that EA is kind of putting their stamp on, and now we hear that they're even going to release Titanfall 3 next year and another Star Wars game. So I'm guaranteing those are probably going to be in the Origin Pass as well. Main reason I got that though was because of Anthem, because I'm super excited for Anthem still. I was kind of jazzed before I played the beta about Battlefield 5. I was like, Battlefield 1 could do no wrong. It was such an awesome game. It's just going to be even great with Battlefield 5. Played the beta. It was multiplayer. Did not like it. Thought it was too similar to Battlefield 1. Yeah. Just thought like it was kind of reskinned. Right. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. So the Battle Royale mode is not available as of yet. They said that would be available in December. But I've been playing the single player, and the single player is fan-freaking-tastic. Like, it is a great single player.
Interesting.
Yeah, such as the first mission, you are a prisoner who was using bombs to break into banks, and you get recruited to go and basically blow up airplanes. So all right. Yeah, a lot of fun. So if you were into, it's not really espionage, but I mean, if you're into sabotage, going to be right up your alley. But there's multiple chapters in the single player. So it's like you could play different characters.
That's cool.
But just really well done. Beautiful graphics. Obviously, it's a Battlefield game. Single player, the same. I mean, it's really just well done. Like I said, I think I may have, I definitely judged the book by its cover, by its beta cover. And I know you can't always do that. I don't know. I can't always say that though, because have been some betas that I played and they just been terrible, and then the game was terrible. So that's a hard one to gauge. So it's either, I mean, you're either right or you're wrong. I mean right. Obviously, but like I said, I'm gonna have to take my apology stance on this one. I am sorry. Yeah, it is a good game. So it does come out this week. If you have the EA Premier, though, you're already playing it, so I don't even know why we're having this conversation. Right. Because anything on EA Premier, you get early. I think like a week early. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I've been playing since Thursday. So
wow.
Yeah.
All right.
And it comes out this Friday, I believe, for retail. So, but I hear a huge day one patch too is coming. So if you do buy the physical version of the game, good luck. That's all I got to say. But let us talk about other games that you can get yourself this week, hopefully. You're not. Here's the thing. This is always the weird part of the year, because I would tell you at this point in time, like I would always tell anybody, like right around the end of October, going into November and December, save your money. Always save your money. Reason I tell you that is because any games that you've been eyeing throughout the year, PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, they go on sale. And
crazy sales.
Xbox already announced their sales. So very, very cool that they're doing that. Next week, if you're going to tune in, next week we do this. We've done this twice already. Would this be our third time? Is this our third year doing this?
I think so.
Yeah, Black Friday sales. We're going to go over Black Friday sales next week for all the gaming sales that are out there. So if you are interested, obviously we'll play on Tuesday nights and then Thursday nights, and pretty much if you download it any night you want to. That's the beauty of a podcast. You can just listen to it whenever you want. Do or don't. I don't know. I don't know what you do in your free time.
Right.
Do what you want to do. It's fine. But going into video games, you can get yourself, as of today, Hitman 2 released today on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. I heard that game is amazing.
Yeah, people are very happy with it. Got good reviews.
Yeah. Spyro, Reignited Trilogy, for all you Spyro fans out there.
Again, got really good reviews.
Yep, PlayStation 4.
As far as remasters, good job.
Yep. Game that we've talked about many times before, EverQuest. EverQuest 2 Chaos Descending got a new patch as of today on PC. So if you still play,
all right.
Here's the thing: if you still play EverQuest, please send me a message. Can you please do that for me? Please go to just noobsandpros.com and shoot us a message on our message board or send me an email. I am honestly curious on who's still playing this game.
Yeah,
like seriously.
I mean, surprisingly, it doesn't look bad because they've made so many changes and so many graphical updates. But it's still very archaic compared to other things.
Well, I understand, but I just for an MMO that is as old as EverQuest, and I know this is the second one.
Yeah, EverQuest 2, right?
I have never met, like, I remember back in the days in high school, and you have to figure, I graduated high school in 2001. So it's been a while. We'll just say that. I'm going on my 20 years now. I remember people playing it back in high school, but I have never, like, ran into anybody in public nowadays that has actually admitted, like, oh yeah, we're still in EverQuest. I missed you on the EverQuest chat boards.
I mean, I played it. It was definitely cool.
Right.
It was a lot more intricate by the time I got into it.
Sure.
It already had 1 million expansions and everything, and it looked pretty.
Now, are you talking about are you talking about the original, or are you talking about the sequel?
No, EverQuest 2.
Okay, gotcha.
It's been around for a really long time.
No, I know it's been around as long as World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
it's been around longer. Well, I would say just as long as World of Warcraft.
Just as long as World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, if anybody's actually still playing it, I'd like to know what those numbers are.
Yeah, I would like to know. Maybe we'll look up the numbers. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll find better things to do with our time. I don't know either.
Right.
Yeah. But also, as of today, you can get yourself the game. It's called Just Deal With It. That's a fun card game.
All right.
Yeah, it's a card game.
Just
get it?
Deal with it.
Do you get it? Just deal with it. Did you
deal
get it?
With it? Yes.
Deal. Okay, got it. All right. That's on PlayStation 4. You can get yourself Word Hunters on PlayStation 4. Project High Rise on Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Fortnite got an update as of today. I think it is the holiday edition. It's the holiday skin pack. That's being advertised for some reason. God knows why. I don't know what they do anymore. I haven't played Fortnite since the new season came out. Like, honestly,
right?
So I played last season, played all the way through it. Had
too many other things that are just better to do. Personally,
yeah, exactly. It just, I mean, I can't knock Fortnite. I know it's a huge game still, but it's just, I kind of got bored with it. Yeah,
I'm just too busy riding my horse. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Red Dead was taking up a lot of time. I've been rebuilding my PC slowly. I got a new graphics card, and I got a new computer monitor stand, and I put all those together, and I've been rearranging my basement, which I threw my back out yesterday, so fantastic.
All right.
So I'm now sitting in agony.
All right.
Yeah, fun, huh? Also, as of today, you can get yourself the Golf Club 2019 featuring PGA Tour on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. My Riding Stables, Life with Horses. Yeah. I guess. Whatever. It's like, I don't know why they advertise stuff to girls sometimes. Like, maybe I want to ride a pony and be pretty and brush its mane and call it Buttercup. I don't know.
Wait, we can do that. It's called Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, but that I don't know. That makes me feel more of like a man, because when you have a gun, maybe I just want to be a princess. Maybe I just want to be a horse show jumper with their
You know what?
their little
You
hats.
do you. That's all.
Maybe
you
I do.
You. Whatever it is.
I'm just saying.
Just do it.
There's life choices for everybody. Just don't box me in. That's all I'm saying.
I won't.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You can also get yourself SNK 40th anniversary on Nintendo Switch. Trailblazers on PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. Fallout 76, finally out today. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
You know what's funny? Servers went live this morning, I guess, by mistake.
Yeah, interesting.
Or maybe not by mistake, but a lot of people have been playing it.
Well, I think because it came out today. Interesting rumor about that game, though. It's been rumored. It didn't happen to me, and I double-checked. But it was rumored that if you downloaded the beta, you could not uninstall the beta unless you actually bought the game. Weird.
Yeah. People were saying that, yeah.
I don't know how much truth to that. We'll have to research that. But also as of today, Runner 3 on PlayStation 4, Underworld Ascendant on PC. Actually, I'm sorry. That comes out to tomorrow. What is it tomorrow? No. Tomorrow? No. That comes out the 15th.
Yeah, and also Fallout technically doesn't come out till tomorrow either.
Oh, okay.
It was the 14th.
14th.
So
I don't know.
Yeah.
It says release on my calendar. So
I think that it depends like where you lived. It's like weird because people didn't expect the servers to go live till midnight tonight.
I guess. I don't know.
So I don't know.
It says release, so apparently people are playing it.
Yes.
But on the 15th, you can get yourself Underworld Ascent on PC. Robo Puzzle Smash on the 15th on PC.
I'm so getting that.
I know. The game that I just talked about that I was playing with, if you already have the EA expansion, EA Premier, you've already been playing it, but this Friday this Thursday, Battlefield 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC. A lot of fun to play. I would definitely say if you're a Battlefield fan, does not disappoint. Rockets on the 15th. Now that just sounds like a whole bunch of fun, but it's actually about rockets, not destruction. Interesting. Mother Russia Bleeds on Nintendo Switch. Memp Dreams on Nintendo Switch. Mace M.A.C.E. Mace. I'm guessing that stands for something. I would hope it does with all the periods in there. On Nintendo Switch, Heavy Barrel on the 15th. Super Ledgehop Double Laser on the 16th on PC. Pokemon Let's Go. Pikachu and Eevee editions. It's pretty much just a Pokemon Go is what everybody's saying. So they took out the battling system is what I've heard, and it's basically just catching Pokemon. Fantastic. Yeah. So if you want that, go for it. Sid Meier's Civilization 6 on Nintendo Switch on the 16th. And then I thought this was already out, but it says Super Mario Party, the new one. I thought that was already out.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I thought it was already out. No, weird.
Weird.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Let me see what else we got. Nope, that's it. That is it up until next week, which I don't know if a lot of this stuff got back cataloged. So they were supposed to be out, but then they got pushed back. So that's what my calendar's reading. So yeah. So like I said, the show today, we're mostly gonna. I would say 90% of it, we're gonna talk about this Xbox conference. It just needs to be done, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I took 8 great points of what they went over, and we'll go over that in a little bit here. I really hope for more out of them. I was really hoping they'd come out, and I mean they did.
This could have been a time for them to really shine.
You would think, yeah.
Because no PlayStation experience. This would have been the time where Microsoft finally jumped up and said, "Hey, look at us now," and they instead said, "Hey, watch us tread water."
I took it as more as, "Hey, want to buy a Game Pass?"
Yeah.
Because every chance that they got, man, they were.
That's all. Yeah.
They
pushing it.
Slang that stuff like it was magical curing oil. Seriously.
Yep.
Like I said, I watched the whole thing from start to finish. No word about their new system, besides the fact that they said things are in development, but they didn't talk anything about their streaming systems. No new systems. I don't know if this was the right time for it. Usually, like stuff like that is usually E3.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Just something more. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this company anymore. Like, because I deal with them on a personal level with like noobs and pros. I could tell you some stories. I'm not going to, but it's just like I'm not going to talk bad about them. But it's just like I don't know who's running this company, but it is not right sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say.
Well, I mean, I agree. It just seems like they don't know what to do.
Most of the time, yeah.
It just seems like they don't know what to do, and it's not like they don't know what to do with themselves. Like just in general, they just don't know what to do anymore.
Well, I don't think they know what they want to be, and that's the hard, honest truth. I mean, because it's like, I mean, I will tell kind of a personal story that we deal with them, and I'm not like I said, I'm not gonna mention names. I'm not here to badmouth them. I just know from personally dealing with them. Like we deal with a store here that supports all the tournaments that we hold here in Des Moines. They support Battlegrounds when we do have that. They've been very, very supportive. They've offered their systems to us. They've offered time to do these tournaments. Really, sure. I mean, they've been super supportive to us. But a lot of the ideas that we bring to them, like you guys could be doing more, you could be doing this, you could be doing that, you could make this a huge thing, you could be bringing in all this money, are ignored. Like 90% of the time. And it's really, really frustrating sometimes. And I feel like sometimes when the guy that actually helps us run it, he treats us like he's a salesman. Like every time I talk to him, it always feels like I'm being sold on something. And I'm like, I walk away just kind of feeling dirty sometimes. And it's just like, I kind of feel like Microsoft as a whole, they're the dirty salesman. Like they're going to promise you the world and the sun and everything underneath it. And then when it comes to time to deliver it, it's seldom seen.
Yeah, then you need to cross the street over to the Sony lot, and you pick up all of the cool stuff that they have.
I wish there was a Sony store here because I would. Like, seriously. Like, if I could work with Sony directly, I know. I
mean, I don't think they really are. Like, I don't think there are those, though. That's the problem.
Sony stores? There are, just not, I don't think, here in America. So
yeah, well, that's what I mean. We don't really have that.
No, and that's why I said it's very hard to deal with a company that's overseas. It's not like they're going to be like, oh, you guys, have 100 people at your events. Oh yeah, let's jump right on that. So, like
this is a good time for us to be in America.
Right, this is a good time to invest. They're looking at bigger picture numbers. We get it.
Right.
And I've dealt that way with a lot of companies. You have to start where your audience is and who's at your level. I mean, I think it was the guys at what was it, Red versus Blue? They told us that. They told us to go out and they told us to meet other people that are in, the same kind of range that you are.
Yeah.
Because they said if you're going after a big fish, it's like they don't care about you. You're going to be nothing to them because they already have it.
Yeah, they only care about other big fish.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Right. So, and like I said, Microsoft is no big, no small fish. They're a massive fish. It's just that whenever it comes time to, show that power, show that, kind of flex your muscles. Let's go. Come on, Microsoft. Let's do something. Oh, here's Crackdown 3. So, I mean, it's just kind of
the game that at this point,
right.
Who the hell wants?
Exactly.
Come on.
So it's just kind of how I feel, unfortunately. And I know I know it's my opinion, and like I said, I'm not here to burn bridges or hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. Because, like I said, I mean, the stuff that they've done for us, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, and we love them for it. We support we appreciate any support we're gonna get from any event that we do. But it's just like, it's like we have all these great ideas. You have the funds, you have the resources to do things like this. You just choose not to. And that's kind of what hurts. And I would say, like, that's Microsoft as a T. It's like you have the money. You have the ability to do more with esports. You have the ability to do more with gaming. It's like, and then every chance that a game, is going to get made, it's like, I don't know what the developer teams are doing, but it's like either half-assed or it gets canceled. So, case in point, Crackdown 3. Sorry. I wish Crackdown. I wish I had good things to say about Crackdown 3, but it's like
I don't.
Well, they showed the trailer. They said it's finally coming out February 15th, and that was like point number one that I was going to make about the Microsoft conference is that they actually did show it, but I don't even recognize the game anymore. Yeah. Like it's like a team versus team fighting game now. I don't even know where they went with this thing. If you've seen the trailer, please, if I'm wrong, please send me a message and tell me I'm wrong. But if you saw the trailer of it, it's like a team versus team fighting game in this destructible universe now. I feel like they were like, you know what? We've delayed it so much and it's a piece of shit. Let's just put it out there. That's exactly how I feel. So I don't recognize the game anymore. I don't even think it has anything to do with the original Crackdown games. We'll see, I guess. I mean, if you're a Xbox, Play Pass holder, which they talk nothing about bringing that over to PC, even though we've heard stories that they are. There was no release date when it was going to be over on PC. But I mean, if you obviously you don't have, games on Xbox that are exclusive to Xbox, so Play Pass may not be a bad idea instead of dropping $60 on games that, have better support on other systems. Yep. Just saying, maybe a little bit of that, maybe. I don't know why my voice is so high. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, this was like, to me, this was like just a way that they could sell Game Pass. I mean, honestly, the whole conference, they kept on talking about it, and they're like, these games are coming over to Game Pass. PUBG. Wow. Yeah, you guys went deep on that one. Ooh, yeah.
Yep. Just as excited as people are when they announced that it's like in a couple weeks it's finally on PlayStation, and people are like, we're gonna go play over there. A little bit late.
I find myself playing more on PC than anything nowadays. Like, I love Red Dead Redemption, but I mean, there's rumors obviously Red Dead's coming over to PC, Monster Hunter World's coming over to PC. I don't know. I think like depending on what happens with the next console generation, if there's nothing that really like makes me go out there and be like, oh, I need this, I think I'm just gonna start playing on PC again, honestly, because all the games are, I mean, eventually end up on PC or already cross-platformed on PC, and if they're gonna put Game Pass on PC, it's like, what would be the point of me owning consoles anymore? Because PC's, unfortunately, is better. I mean, it's obviously more expensive to get into, but it pushes a lot harder than the consoles. So, and it's a lot easier to do keyboard and mouse than controllers sometimes in some games. But point number 2 I wanted to make about it, that they announced, that they said that Microsoft is buying Obsidian Entertainment, inXile Entertainment, 2 RPG powerhouse game studios. So the 2 new game studios are joining Microsoft's growing portfolio of game makers, Obsidian Entertainment and inXile Entertainment, both known for creating Western styles RPGs gamers love. They bring Microsoft's list of new studios up to 7, a growing army dedicated to building a future Xbox game library. Here's my guess. E3 for them next year may be amazing. Maybe. Unless they shoot themselves in the foot, which they normally do. But my money right now is on E3 2019. And the reason I say that is because of all the developers that they've picked up. So, we'll see.
But it annoys me that some of these developers that they picked up, like, it just bothers me.
Sure. Do explain.
It's like, you know what I mean? They're taking stuff that has already made, like what was it, Obsidian? Mm-hmm. That company didn't need Microsoft. I mean, maybe I guess they can use them for, a broader audience or just backup cash, but they make really good games already.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
And it just bothers me that now it's Microsoft only. So it's kind of frustrating.
I mean, I have to give them kudos for snatching them up too. So, they took an opportunity there. Sony, obviously they have all their developers. Most of the developers are European, but so it'll be interesting to see what they do with them. The other, obviously I already mentioned this, which I was like, woo, yeah, you guys are really tuning into the popularity market here. But PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is heading over to Game Pass. So obviously people are paying for it. I mean, they announced that they have millions of people subscribed to this thing, which I would say, like, honestly, if you are an Xbox fan, Game Pass is the way to go, because you're going to be able to play like their entire back catalog plus newer games, and you're going to spend $10 a month. And actually, if you join right now, your first month is $1, And then, after that, and actually it's a $60 annual service. So it's even cheaper than that. So like $60 cheaper than what I'm quoting. Where am I at with my numbers today? I am way off. Apparently a year does not equal $100. Did you know that, Will? I didn't know if you knew that. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
My wife is a math teacher and I don't know this. It's horrible. It's just stunning. Moving on, though. The other one, too, is that a major expansion is coming over to Forza 4. Now, this did look cool. They're calling the expansion, it's Fortune Island. It's the first major expansion for Forza 4. It arrives December 13th. It's I just named it there. It's Fortune Island. It adds a new island to the game's already massively open world environment. The island claims to recreate the remote northern beaches of the British Isles and will double down on the game's weather-based gameplay, except extreme weather conditions, including fierce lightning, perilous cliffside dirt roads, and other such weather events. A smattering of new cars are arriving alongside the edition, so very fantastic. And then they also did announce their Black Friday deals. And like I said, I'll announce their Black Friday deals here, but like next week we'll go over more detail of like who will have what and how much it will be, such as like video games. But starting on November 18th, and the reason this is why I'm announcing it now is because starting on the 18th, which is very short from now, through the November 26th, you're going to be able to get the killer deal on Xbox consoles. So when you're normally buying the Xbox One S, it's $300. Xbox One S is $500. They're dropping it down by a full $100. So it'll be $200 for the Xbox One S. It'll be $400 for the Xbox One. So not too shabby. Not going to hate them for it. The other thing they were talking about as well is this is becoming like the ongoing joke. I don't know what it is. Like Nintendo already kind of announced that they're going to put like all these Final Fantasy games on the Switch, and then all the Final Fantasy games are pretty much like on the PlayStation already. But then they're like, the developers Square Enix came out and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to put all the Final Fantasy games on Xbox One. So Xbox One getting the whole back catalog of Final Fantasy games. So November 13th, you can play Final Fantasy 13, Final Fantasy 13-2, Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. You can play Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition HD, World of Final Fantasy Maxima, which is available now, and Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, which is cute and fun, available right now too. The game that will not die, Final Fantasy 7. The original, actually, not the upcoming remastered. God knows that will never get done.
The remaster's never really going to happen.
It's never. It's one of those. It's just like one of those things. I think it was just one of those things that they kind of did for lip service. They're like, yeah, we'll remake the game 35 years from now. That's how I feel. They're also putting out next year Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10, and Final Fantasy 11. All next year in the HD remasters. They also said that a bunch of games are actually going to get the mouse and keyboard support that everybody has been bitching about that they haven't been able to do. So I don't understand that at all. It's called the PC, people. Look into it.
Yeah.
But you're going to be able to basically have mouse and keyboard support on, they said, starting next week, actually, Bomber Crew, Deep Rock Galactic, Strange Brigade, Vermintide 2, War Thunder, Exmore Defense, and Fortnite. I'm sure that was so hard for the people at Fortnite who have that on every goddamn system to give them keyboard support. I'm pretty sure it's just flipping on a switch. I don't know. It could. I mean, we said the same thing about cross-platform, and we were totally wrong about that. Apparently, that was really hard to do.
So it was terrible.
Yeah, so
maybe
difficult. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Because PCs have controller support. Yep. Xbox should have, keyboard support. You think it would just be...
plug it in.
Well, I mean, when they develop a game, it's done on a PC that's put on the system, so I just don't see how it's not supported.
Yeah, exactly.
Please explain to me, with your physics and your science. Is it magic? I don't know. You tell me.
It might be magic.
Is there a wizard involved? Please tell me.
Probably. Yeah. Is he? But only if he's from the moon.
Right. Please tell me. I would love to know. And then point number 8 that I took from the conference as well is they are actually I'm sorry, we totally skipped over point number 7. Sorry. Point number 7 is a bunch of games. No, I just went over that. Damn it. Where am I? What day is it?
I don't know.
What year is it? The Magician? What? What happened?
Great Scott!
Oh, God. Doc! That was my Marty McFly. Thank you. Thank you. It was really great.
All right. Good.
Doc, we gotta go back. Back from where? Back to the future. Great Scott.
It's your kids, Marty. Something's gotta be done about your kids.
Did you ever? I know I'm getting off topic here, but did you ever watch the what was it, The Family Guy?
Yes.
Where
he's like, I don't think I'm comfortable around you anymore.
Yeah, he was all like, he's like, it's your kids. He's like, your daughter marries a black guy, and he's like, I'm okay with that. I don't think we should.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable hanging around you anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But point number 8 as well, and I was kind of excited for this because actually they do have a game in this program that I was. It's the game where the 2 individuals go to hell, and you have to make your way out of hell. What was that game? I don't remember.
I remember it, but Agony.
Agony, yes. We saw it at E3. I'm really excited to actually get my hands on it, but it sounds like we're going to be able to next month. But they're bringing back the Summer of Arcade promotion, kind of in a new form. It's called the Winter of Arcade. It's kicking off in December. So kind of in years past, during the golden years of the Xbox 360, Microsoft actually held summer event named Summer of Arcade, where games like Braid and Geometry Wars 2 were actually first released, and it quickly became the annual to-do, but sadly after several years of success, it kind of just faded away. But apparently they're going to go ahead and resurrect it. Obviously this is a different season than summer. It's going to be winter. But they sound like we won't really find out until early December on which games are going to be on there, but they did show Agony. So I'm guessing they are going to probably put that game out in December. That game's actually looked hilarious and fun. So I'm really hoping we can get our hands on it. But the big thing that they did too was they showed a lot of new trailers for Powerhouse Games. People can fight me on the names of this, but they, like I said, we already went over. They did announce Crackdown 3 is coming out. They did show brand new footage of Devil May Cry 5. Looks beautiful. And I'm really, I know you hate Devil May Cry games, but because
I don't hate them. I just think that whole juggling, constantly trying to get like combos,
style points.
It's just annoying.
I get it. But the one thing that they did show though is they are going to actually put Mega Man weapons in this game. So I was kind of squealing with delight with that. I was like, that's actually fantastic. But they did show new footage of Just Cause 4, which I'm still super excited about that game. I don't care if you don't like that game at all, but like that game is like super open sandbox.
Yeah, it's so much fun to just blow everything up.
You can just destroy anything you want to.
Not bother with the story much other than to kind of unlock towns, but really just do enough so that you can unlock the different things that you can blow things up with.
Right.
Like,
that's
it.
So much fun.
It makes things so ridiculous and so much fun,
I just, even in 3, I mean, just like kind of ziplining to an airplane and planting a bomb and then jumping off of it and then just ziplining somewhere else. Just so much fun. I'm excited for that game, and they showed more of the tornado physics. So there's going to be extreme weather in that one as well, which that's right up my alley.
Yeah, so, the ability to use your zip line thing and then constantly throw out your parasail thing. So you'd throw your zip thing and then you'd parasail. So you almost never had to be on the ground.
Yeah.
You could just fly everywhere just by self-propelling yourself.
They would reward you for for how much time
far you. Yeah.
Well, like you could squirrel suit it, places, and just a lot of cool stuff. So
it's ridiculousness. Yes,
it is. It's just the ridiculousness at its best is all I can say. They did also show some new footage from Kingdom Hearts 3. Yay.
Yay. Again. I'm excited, but not really. It's one of those things like, yes, I get it. It's finally coming. When I have it in my hands, then I'll be excited.
we've talked about this before, and I've talked about this with other people too, and even on other podcasts. Is it going to be relevant? Do you think?
I don't know. I mean,
because
people would buy the shit out of it.
Well, I get it, but like I'm talking about like Kingdom Hearts 2 was PlayStation 2.
Yeah, you're talking what, like 15 years ago?
Yeah. And that's kind of how I feel like when they talk about Final Fantasy VII. Like, Final Fantasy VII was PlayStation 1.
Yeah, and nobody's going to care by the time they actually put it out.
Right. And, I mean, the reason I think Final Fantasy 1 was so well received was it had... I think it was the first time that they ever... not the first time, I'll take that back. But the first time that they really implemented CGI, like, cutscenes... into a functioning story. Like the story,
I'll never forget.
Was
like
ridiculous.
With Final Fantasy VII, I won't ever forget that summer when it was coming out. It had this big in movie theaters trailer. It was all the CGI stuff, and it was like an epic adventure coming soon or never coming soon to a theater near you.
Right.
And it was like it was breathtaking at that time to see what it was like, because it was something new that you had never seen that level of detail.
Right.
And now you look back on it, and the rose-tinted glasses do not work. It just looks bad.
I think the game was massive. I mean, I remember, was it four discs? Yeah, it was 4 discs. So just a massive game. I mean, I know, like, by today's standards, that's pretty small per what they had to do, but yeah, 4 discs to put it on, multiple worlds to explore, super, hidden stuff everywhere that you'd have to go find, enemies that you couldn't beat unless you did certain things. I mean, the game, I mean, it had a lot of good going for it.
It had a very ridiculous story, but it was a good story.
It really did. Yeah.
The thing is I get why they're saying that the game is like to try to remake it is a massive endeavor, because to take all of that and to turn it into a modern version, you're talking a huge game.
Yeah.
Because back then it was a huge game, but again, if you just remastered it, just made it prettier, it would all fit on one Blu-ray disc.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't surprise me when they keep on talking like we're gonna have to release this in episodes.
Right, because the game is going to be so freaking big.
Massive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after you get out. Well, I mean, if you think about it, like Disc 1 was like Midgar. Disc 2 was like, open world.
Right.
Until you got to a certain point, and then like Disc 3 and Disc 4, I mean, then you kind of started wrapping things up. But yeah, it was ridiculously just long. I loved every minute of it.
That was the first game I ever 100%ed. And I mean, obviously that was before trophies and all that, but I 100%ed that game. I got every materia. I got every one of like the special
Knights of the Round
things.
And the golden chocobos and the ruby weapon and emerald weapon and
exactly. I got the best of the best chocobos by doing all the breeding.
Chocobos. Chocobo. Pronounce it right.
Chocobo.
You sound like a fool.
You know what? I'll say it how I want to say it.
There's no E in Chocobo. What's wrong with you?
It's a made-up creature. I'll say it how I feel like.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Forgive me for at least having some
You know what? All right.
Dignity.
Let's just call it what it is, okay?
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is.
It's a yellow... Pretty much. Yeah, it's a yellow ostrich.
Yeah.
So, forgive me in pronouncing fictitious characters. God.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, it's just kind of how I feel about, like, even with Kingdom Hearts 3, it's all like, yeah, it's going to come out. And it's like,
finally, and then,
okay, not really interested.
You know what? I'm actually going to go out because the story so far is I think it's a GameStop exclusive.
Sure.
But it's only like $30 or so, and it gives you everything. So
it's
worth it. Like, I haven't played those games in years. If I plan on doing 3, I'm going to go and just bang those ones out really quick, just to remember the storyline.
Yeah.
And I back then, I thought it was such a cool premise.
It was.
Like, the cross between a Square Enix game
Disney.
and Disney.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Right.
And it wasn't turn-based fighting. Like, you actually ran around and just whacked things with your keyblades.
Well,
and
I mean,
it was definitely cool.
It did have influence, like, on other, like, Final Fantasy games as well.
Yeah.
So... You know what's going to be really funny, though? Like, when Kingdom Hearts 3 finally comes out, if the beginning is, like, previously on
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts,
tells
and you're
you
like,
everything.
yeah, and it tells you everything, and you're like, son of a bitch. Yeah.
And everybody that bought one of the last
Right.
like 3 different versions of the remaster is gonna be like, son of a
If
bitch.
I was a game developer, I would do that just to dick with people so hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
Be like
agree.
previously on Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
What the? Moving on. But the other cool news that it was Xbox worthy, and then we'll finish it off with our last story. It's about Diablo again. Sunset Overdrive. If you've never played that on Xbox, fantastic game.
Yeah, it was fun.
Amazing game. But PC fans should rejoice. It's actually coming over to PC on November 16th. Don't know why that wasn't on my list. It's $20, but it comes with all the DLCs. So if you have a PC, you definitely want to check it out.
Well, it really bothers me that they never made another one.
It does, yeah. I'm trying to remember what.
I mean, it was such a cool premise, and it was such a cool story.
Well, and it was a whole.
What the hell?
It was really. It had everything going for it. I mean, it had like infected people. It had comedy. It had action. I mean, it was just really, really cool. So
it was well done. I liked it. I mean, I got it when like the brief time that I had an Xbox One S.
Yeah.
I got it because it was like literally, I think I got it for like $5.
Right.
And it was really, really fun.
Yeah.
And it just, I'm surprised that they never made a sequel.
I think something happened to the studio is what I heard. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that was what happened. No, a fantastic game though. I agree with you. But if you own a PC, it's coming over PC. But also too, if you're a fan of the Duke, we've talked about the Duke controllers again. Hyperlink does it actually again. So you can get this on Amazon right now. It's like $90, but you can get the Hyperlink Duke wired controller for Xbox One. Works on your Windows too. Ooh, dang! I may have to get this. It has a little animated button that you push, and it actually flashes with the original Xbox animated startup screen, which I've actually seen before, and it looks fantastic. But also, it comes with the officially licensed console skin for your Xbox One X, which was the green skin. If you remember that one at all. But this is also cool too. It actually also comes with an Xbox Game Pass with 1 month free service. Like I said, they are pushing this Game Pass thing like a mother. So yeah. But then if you are a big Call of Duty fan, I did want to make sure that you did know the Nuketown map is back. It is playable for free. It is available on PS4 right now, PC and Xbox. I know it's coming later. Interesting to see what they've done with that map, though. They have turned it into a Russian town. Why are we so fascinated with Russia? I mean, just
because we've always been like that.
I guess the Cold War is just never over. I mean, they meddle on everything, and now they're meddling in our video games.
I can't wait to play the next Metro game.
Oh, God, I know. Yeah,
it just looks so freaking beautiful.
It does. Look, I know Russia. You know, they got cool stuff. I guess
it's like a wild frontier still over there. That's I think what it is. You know what I mean?
I've been to Ukraine though, man, and I remember Ukraine. It was nothing but like I went in the winter, which is really dumb to do. if you ever want to go to Ukraine, like don't ever go in the snow because it's like a billion times worse than any winter you could ever think of. But it was horrible though because I mean, just the whole town is military controlled. Everybody drives cars from 1980s. It was just the craziest experience I've ever had in my life.
What were you doing in the Ukraine?
My mom has friends that were over there, and she took us with us one time to let us experience culture. Funny story, and I know I'm going left. To get there, we had to go to Amsterdam, and please keep in mind I'm a 16-year-old boy at the time. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we spent the night.
You should have just stayed there.
I kind of wish I did. I would tell you one thing about Amsterdam that I did learn is that if the curtain is open, she's open. If the curtain is closed, she's with somebody. Important lesson to know. But I learned what the red light district was, and I also learned that in Amsterdam, around 8 o'clock, they turn on the hardcore pornography channels on their hotel TVs.
Jeez.
I'm a 16-year-old boy. Keep that in mind.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm with my mother.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I lost my goddamn mind. So, fun part. No, Amsterdam is beautiful, though. So, I mean, just a beautiful city.
Right.
Cool city, but man, just like when I talk about how sexually oppressed America is. That's because I've been to other cultures, and the problem.
And you've seen just how.
Well, I've seen how it works well when you don't hide it and you don't tell it that it's dirty. Like when you live in a society that basically frowns upon pornography, it frowns upon nudity. It basically a marriage is between a man and a woman only, and everybody else is going to burn in hell. And then the rest of the world is like, we don't give a shit, and it still works, and you don't have problems like teenage pregnancies. You don't have problems like abortions and things like that. It's because people are responsible in it, and they told that it's not wrong and it's not dirty. And America has all these problems in it is because we basically try to cover it up, like we're ashamed of it. And look, I know we were started by Protestants pretty much, and maybe that's the reason, and it just never really went away.
We somehow never let it go.
Yeah, we just never let it go. Yeah. Like we just weren't cool with it. It kind of irks me sometimes, you know. So, and in other countries as well, like they don't have problems with like alcoholism or as many drunk driving accidents as we do.
Just not.
Yeah, because it's not.
It's not the
it's taboo
not like the
and
same. Right.
Right. Like we make so many things taboo.
Even in England, which is a very proper place, in newspapers they have topless women.
Sure. Yeah.
Like what I mean? It's like just like. We are just a very, I don't know.
And I mean, you guys can call
weird.
me. Well, we are, but I mean, you guys can call me a sexist. You can call me a pervert, whatever you want to call me. That's perfectly fine. I'm just basically saying, like, everywhere else except America is super open to everything, and it's like we are so closed off to it, and we're so afraid of it, but yet we're the ones that have the most problems with it. Maybe think about that. That's all I gotta say.
And that's Mike's experience with the Ukraine.
Well, not the Ukraine, but just Amsterdam itself. Ukraine was very scary, actually. Ukraine was like...
I feel like just saying the word Ukraine sounds scary.
It was such a weird, place to be, because it's like you're talking about a country to where people can't take baths certain months because they have to use their bathtubs to fill up drinking water because the government just shuts off their water randomly.
Yeah, you're talking like the Eastern Bloc Europe, like terrifying.
It was terrifying, yeah. It was definitely terrifying. It was like military controlled, trains everywhere that would just come out of nowhere. They had to put military guards in front of these trains because the trains would be going like at crossing sections, where like trains kind of slow down a little bit and you can only travel, like 30, 40 miles per hour as a train. No, not in Ukraine. They fly by at like 90 miles per hour. And if those guards aren't there, you're dead.
All right.
I'm just saying. That's the Ukraine for you. So the more you know. But the last story I did want to talk about again, and I'm not going to go super into it, but I thought
Soviet Russia, train rides you.
Pretty much, yeah. Thanks, Yakov. That was fantastic. Nobody's going to know that reference at all. Seriously,
no, it's all right.
You're like, what the hell are you talking about? It's called 1990s, kid. Look up Yakov Smirnoff, okay?
Yep.
He had all these Russia jokes, and he was disbanded by the Russian community. So. Yep. Love you, Ra. He's actually, I think he's in Branson still. Is he in Branson, Missouri? Yeah, he is. He still does a show down in Branson, Missouri. Look it up.
Well, all right.
Yeah. Last story I want to talk about, though, is we're going to talk about Diablo again. This time, I'm proud of the community. I am super proud of you guys. Yeah. So bravo to everybody. Yep. But I entitled this story that I wrote. I entitled it. I think it's going really well. If you've been keeping tabs on the gaming news by now, you've most likely seen the backlash Blizzard Entertainment has gotten when it announced the new Diablo game, Diablo Immortal. Why the hate? Simple. Instead of a full-fledged Diablo game, Diablo Immortal is a mobile game, which we've already talked about, which isn't really the exact sort of thing that you'd really cap off your press conference with, but, well, they did. So at very least, Blizzard can have a history of its back for Diablo Immortal's reveal trailer. As of press time, the trailer is now the third highest YouTube dislike percentage of all time, which is at 96.3%. So that's awesome. Is 23,000 likes to 606,000 dislikes. Nice. Bravo, guys. Seriously, bravo. I know, obviously, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but in this situation, I have to tip my cap to you guys because don't let this fly. Don't let them do this to us. demand higher expectations, because if we let them do this this is the kind of crap that they shove down our throats all the time.
Yep.
EA found out real quick what happens when you just keep shoving down crap down people's throat, and people finally get tired of it and they take a stand, and then you get a call from Disney.
Yep.
So don't let them do it. But I'm really proud to hear that people are feeling the same way that I felt. So.
And when it's a company that that has more money than many countries do.
God, yeah. I mean, I don't think
This isn't. It's just not acceptable.
It's not. They don't have as much money as Apple, but I mean, they're swimming. I mean, they can live comfortably.
It's not acceptable.
Yeah, it's not.
Like, I get that they want to maintain the shit that they have, but at the same time, if you don't keep your franchises relevant, people are gonna just walk away.
Right.
You know, people love those games for a reason. Make more of them.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a gap of, 2012?
Oh, yeah.
2011 when Diablo 3 came out?
Yeah, it's been good 5-6 years. Yeah.
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 This was not the announcement that needed to happen.
Well, and like I said, I would eat another morsel that you would have shoved down our throats, like even if it was an expansion to Diablo 3 or even a new character pack to Diablo 3. I would have gladly smiled and said, "Please, can I have some more?" This was bullcrap.
If this was like one of those like afterthoughts, like, oh, by the way, we just toyed around and we made like a Diablo mobile game.
They didn't even make it, which is the funny part. It was already a game that was finished, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just reskin it with some Diablo skins. It'll look fantastic. Trust me."
But that's the thing is, like, if this quietly just appeared, that would have been one thing.
Sure. But to make it at to BlizzCon and make it like it was a big thing,
that was really.
Yeah.
So the balls, like the huge brass balls on the people that decided that would be a thing to put in front of the hardcore community.
And I've been reading the Blizzard Reddit, and I think they know they screwed up as well, because I've heard that the T-shirts next year for BlizzCons are the "Do you even have phones?" T-shirts. Yeah. So I'm gonna get one of those. But it's pretty fantastic. Orphea actually came out today as well on Heroes of the Storm. I actually played her this morning, so pretty fantastic. Not too bad. She's kind of a caster, so not too bad.
What about the new Overwatch person?
I have not.
Ash?
I've not played as of yet. No, I'll have to go double check it. Yeah. So
because I think they're live now too.
I got you. Yeah, go check it out on your Blizzard games. Just don't support this one. So that's all I gotta say.
Right. Support all the Blizzard stuff, but
except this one.
Do anything but support that game.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I think we can safely say this is a slow time of the year, so we apologize. We're gonna kill it a couple minutes early here. Probably go name our horses Buttercup and go brush their manes on Red Dead Redemption. I've been hearing previews of the next South Park, and they are going to include a lot of Red Dead Redemption stories in there. So if you guys are huge fans of South Park, go watch that tomorrow night. I'm actually excited. I've actually seen a couple of clips, and it looks really funny. So, but we're going to kill it, and we do love you. We do always thank you, anybody who listens to the show. Please also support the Podcast Radio Network. You can find us there Thursday nights on the Podcast Radio Network, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Visit our website, www.noobsandpros.com. Please support Noobs and Pros. They do a lot of events locally, and we're trying to take a team nationally right now. And then thank you to Player One Coffee. Thank you to Video Games Monthly. And thank you, Will, for being with me, bud. It's 124 shows. He's only missed one. Actually, it's 127 shows, and you've only missed one show. So that's devotion.
I'm here.
There you go, bud.
All right.
We need to go out for some pizza and bowling later.
So all right. You're going to talk to me?
I'm going to talk to you.
All right. It's only positive stuff, I'm sure.
I'm sure. All right, we got to get out of here. We do love you, and we'll catch you next week. Have fun.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Dads That Game radio podcast. Email us your questions and hate mail to dadsthatgamepodcast@gmail.com.